back to my channel. So today I am finally doing my favorite books of 2016. So honestly, like, I can't even believe the year's over. So I've read so many fantastic books this year. Just a fantastic reading year for me, considering I only started reading back in April. So I have a list, and by list I mean a bunch of books here. They're in no particular order, just kind of how I yanked them off my bookcase. So we shall begin. So the first books that I have here is the Percy Jackson series, and oh my god, did I love these books. So I didn't read them at all when I was younger, and I wanted to start reading the Rick Riordan. The last two books were favorite. I preferred them better to the other three books, but that's only because more stuff started happening. But still, I really, really enjoyed this series. The next book that I have here is a Nicola Yoon book, and it is The Sun is Also a Star. Okay, now this is a contemporary novel, and it was fantastic. I cried a little bit, like, let me tell you, this book right here, you should go read it. It was so good. Now, I have another Nicola Yoon book, Everything. Now, this book, I want to say I like it a little bit more than this one. Not because it was better or anything. I just preferred, I don't know, it's a tough decision. I can't decide. I really like the ending to both of them. They both have really good qualities about them that I like evenly, so I don't think I really have to pick since they're both on my list, right? That counts, right? Yeah. The next series that I have is actually a duology. It's fantastic. I apologize. I'm going to say that a lot during this video because I love so many of these books. The first book is going to be Six of Crows. So obviously you know what the second book is going to be. Crooked Kingdom. Look at those pages. Can we just take a second to appreciate these pages? So these two books I honestly really loved. I've never read a Leigh Bardugo book before. This was the first time I'd actually read it. I haven't even read the Grisha. I don't know how to say it, so my bad. I do own the series. I just haven't had a chance to read it yet. But I've heard so many fantastic things about Six of Crows, and then Crooked Kingdom was coming out, that I decided to try this one first, and it was amazing. Like, can I just tell you something? I freaking love Kaz. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Even on my Goodreads review, I put a PSA announcement that I was in love with him. He's everything. That got really serious. Okay. But yes, this is such a great book. Just go read it. Go read the book. Go. Another one of my favorite books is going to be part of a series. The third one hasn't come out yet, but the first two have. And that is going to be Magna's Chase and the Gods of Asgard. So, it's another Rick Riordan book. I loved this book. It's so funny and witty, and there's an awful lot of Taylor Swift references. Then do enjoy them. Again, this was a, I believe, which one's the second one? So, okay, so The Hammer of Thor is the second one. This one was the Booksplosion Book of the Month, and it was fantastic. I loved it. I love that there's diversity, not only as far as religion, but sexuality. We have a gender fluid character in the second book, and it is just fantastic. I don't know really anything about Norse mythology, but it's fun learning, of course, with Rick Riordan, writing about it. So definitely this is going on my 2016 favorites list. The next one is also a series. Now, there's only 2 books of them so far, and that is the Illuminate Files. I know it's a bad angle. Illuminate Files. Now, I don't think I have words for these books. They were so fantastic. I read Illuminate first, and I heard it being raved on someone's channel. I don't remember who. I think I heard Jesse the Reader mention this in one of his videos, and they were talking about how they were going to do the Booksplosion Book of the Month, which I do participate in. I really like their book club that they've got going on. So I do participate, and they were going to be reading Gemina. I think this was their October, November read. I don't remember exactly. So it was either one of those 2 months that they were going to read Gemina, and yes, I'm sorry, you can still see my Christmas lights. I leave my tree up until January 6th. So I decided, yeah, I should probably read the first book before reading the second book. Okay, so I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion or not. I think it just depends on who you are. But I kind of like this ending better than this one. Okay, and it's not that it was a bad ending. They were going like, if you've read the book, you know the ending, so you know what I'm talking about. When I'm just like, yeah, I really like this one better, but I really love the characters in this one too. And I actually listened to part of this on audiobook, and I loved the audiobook. You get to hear the song that's in this book, and it's awesome. So I definitely 100% recommend. Like, this is one of my top favorite books, definitely. The next one is a pretty obvious one. I feel like a lot of people really started reading it since the movie came out. And that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I can never say that title, so I'm sorry. I haven't read the second or third one yet, so I don't know what the rest of the series is like. I just read the first one, and I really, really enjoyed it. No, I have not seen the movie. It is on my list of things to do, which is getting longer and longer. But I really enjoyed this book. The next book that I really enjoyed and I put on my favorites list of 2016 is going to be I'll Meet You There. And this is by Heather Demetrios. I think that's how you say it, so I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. This was a really great book. It is a contemporary novel. Fantastic story about them creating a friendship and having someone to talk to and it growing more. And I love this book. I cried. So, my next book is going to be Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. This book, okay, this book right here gave me the feels. I cried. I wish there was more. I want her to write like a second book to this. I know some people don't have that same opinion, but I love this book. This is actually the first Rainbow Rowell book that I read, and I read Attachments as well, but this one by far was my favorite. A fantastic story, and I definitely think everyone should at least read this one. The next book that I have is actually a series. I've only read 3 of them, and I actually have this author on here twice. And if you don't know who that is yet, I'm going to tell you now. Sarah J. Maas! Okay, so I've only read the first 3 books of the Throne of Glass series, and I just have to say, I freaking love it. Okay, there's just something about a badass assassin that you can't help but love. Like, I'm seriously into the series. I do plan on finishing this series hopefully in the next month or 2. The next book that I have on my 2016 favorites list is It's Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. Okay, so this is, again, the very first book that I've read of Victoria Schwab. I got this in an Owl Crate. I'm excited for the sequel, Our Dark Duet, which is coming out soon. I don't remember the exact date, but I'm super stoked. Alright, and the next book, and that is Hurtless by Marissa Meyer. Now, I have not read her other series, the Lunar Chronicles. I do own them, and I do plan to read them, but I also got this in another Owl Crate, and I love this book. I love the exclusive cover. I don't own the other cover, and I don't think I'm going to buy it. I do prefer this cover. The next series that is on my 2016 favorites list. The Mortal Instruments series. And oh my gosh, is this kind of heavy. Okay. So, I'm gonna put it down and just pick up the first one, because it's actually kind of difficult to hold. I don't know how to put into words how much I loved the series. Now, some of the books I did not like as much as the others. Obviously, there's always going to be a favorite in a series that you like more than the other, but I loved this series. And I don't have words for this. It was so good. All right, so for the last book on my 2016 list. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. None of these books were in any particular order, but I told you earlier, I had another Sarah J. Maas book on my list. If you've read it, you know I'm smiling. I love this book. This book, it's so fantastic. It's so amazing. Go read it. This book is the second book in a Court of Thorns and Roses series. I thought originally it was supposed to be a trilogy, but it has been extended to 6 books, I think. The first 3 books, I think, are going to focus on this characters, and the other 3 are going to focus on other characters. From what I understand, I'm not exactly sure. If you know, leave it in the comments. I love this book so much better than the first book. So that was my favorite list of 2016. And I can't wait to be back to do a 2017's favorite list. So definitely like and subscribe, comment below. So your favorite books that you enjoyed during the 2016 reading year. Find me. I've got my links for Goodreads, Twitter, and Instagram on there. See you guys soon in the next video.